His new one, Black Ribbons, blew me away. I mean, eclectic isn't even the right word. It's like Pink Floyd meets Muse, meets, renegade, rebel type country like his father. Really amazing. And it's got Stephen King with intros. And Shooter originally wrote it, and then King adapted it. So amazing. And then Shooter, I'm very proud. I'm honored. Also said a little bit of my ideas and things went into it. It's a radio talk show host who's introducing these. And I've just made a list of some of the tracks we're going to play. We're going to play some of them in entirety, others just in pieces. There's a little bit of French in there from, of course, Stephen King. And being on AM and FM stations, we did clip some of that out, some of the non-King's English. And, of course, the website is Shooter, like Bang Bang, ShooterJennings.com. We have it linked up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And, Shooter, it's great to have you back with us.
Man, it's great to be on the air with you, buddy. Really
I noticed with this album you're using a lot of New World Order Illuminati symbolism out in the open. Is that to identify what we're dealing with?
Yeah, a little bit. And I feel like that when I kind of became inspired by this, I was driving across country and the economy collapsed, and I was kind of witnessing all the fear-mongering and all the kind of looming police state issues and things like that. And I really went and started digging and kind of took everything that I learned from people like you and all the people that are kind of making people aware of the kind of globalist agenda and the New World Order and kind of put it all into a piece of art for people to take and absorb,
Well, it's powerful. Who did that art?
Well, the drawing on the front was drawn by a guy named Mike Sportis, who's a great artist, who's a good friend of ours, and a lot of the artwork on the inside was a collaborative effort between a fantastic artist named Sonny Kay and myself, all of who are really into like Infowars.com and Reality Sandwich and a lot of these websites that and kind of information sources, and we're all kind of grew up in this world and are trying to understand it ourselves, and thanks to a lot of these sources, we're able to kind of know about what's going on behind the scenes, what the media won't let you know.
Break out of the matrix. Well, later we'll get more into Stephen King and how you got to know him and how you guys work together on this spoken word that we're going to hear that intros quite a few of the songs. But going back to your previous music, it's extremely diverse as well. I mean, when did you first start waking up to the shadow government, the New World Order, the social controllers that are manipulating our reality?
Well, I think, I'd always been kind of into exploring these kind of facets of the world, but it wasn't until about 2008 when the economy collapsed that with the 2-year-old daughter that I have, knowing that she's going to inherit this place and kind of seeing everything that was going on, I was driving across country, like I said, to go start doing this album, and really it was right when the economy collapsed. All I had was me and talk radio, and I would pick up anything from Coast to Coast AM. One of the episodes, which had David Icke on it, I was picking up you when I was driving through Texas. I was picking up all kinds of different sources of this, and it was really the discussions that were going on just completely frightened me, man. And I really then, once I reached LA and we started working on this record, I really dove head first into all the kind of information that you and all these sources were kind of trying to get people to wake up to, and it really infatuated me, and I really wanted to create, I want people to take from the album what they take from it. Yeah, it is a piece of art, but at the same time, and a kind of a fictional future, but at the same time, it's like all of these kind of prophecies, all these things you guys have been talking about are all coming true. And so it's like, we're people, I just want people to, just like you do, to inform themselves and do the digging, and you'll see that there's just a lot of bad things going on,
People need to absolutely not even believe what you or I are saying, but realize there's a bigger world going on. There's a lot of things happening. We're at a key juncture in human development, and everyone can feel it, not just intellectually see it, but feel it. Either people are joining more with the dark side, more with the evil, or they're feeling called on a literal quest like Child Roland to the Dark Tower came to be part of history on the right side of history for this species and our future progeny.
You're right, man. Nice Dark Tower reference, too. That's a fantastic story.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to play a lot of this today, and you were very gracious that I could air it all, but we won't have time, but I do plan on playing more of it later in the week. Shooter, why did you choose to premiere this? Because it doesn't come out till tomorrow here on my show. I'm extremely honored.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I just feel like that you and your audience are the kind of people that would already feel at home with what I'm talking about and already know, are already informed, you know. And I just feel like that this kind of a platform is the perfect place for this record to be understood, you know. So I don't think that there's any other radio program or any other program that I could go on and play this record and the people would know exactly what I was talking about and maybe, you know, pull something out of it that they didn't know, you know. So it to me, it's just the perfect match.
Well, we're glad you reached out because I'm obviously a fan of you and your iconic father, and now to see you on this mission is very, very exciting. We're going to go to track 3, which is an intro with Stephen King. And what is it? How do you pronounce it?
Triskaidekaphobia.
Triskaidekaphobia, or Fear of 13. And then there's a story, a progression with the spoken word and the songs, a quest within the album, and we'll talk about the deeper meaning with you coming up. But here it is, folks. Stephen King introducing Triskaidekaphobia. Here it is.